So the toss has just happened in the third ODI between India and England at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. And England have opted to bowl at the Narendra Modi Stadium. So that is the way we are looking at. England have chosen to bowl against India at the Narendra Modi Stadium, and England have made one change. The one change is Tom Banton coming in for Jamie Overton. That is the one change that has come in the England team at this point in time. But the Indian team has undergone some major changes, and this major change has come courtesy three changes. Firstly, Varun Chakravarthy. Varun Chakravarthy has been left out of this side primarily because he had a calf strain. So the update that the BCCI has given us is that Varun Chakravarthy will not play this match because of a calf strain which he sustained. He didn't pull up well during the warm-ups that they had, and that is why he's out. Jadeja is in. That is one that Jadeja and Mohammad Shami have been rested in this particular game, and that is why this is a big development when you look at the third ODI which is there. India have won the series, and they will now be hoping to make it 3-0 at this stage. And looking at it, yes, Shami being rested raises some questions because he had just come back into the groove in the T20Is as well as in the two ODIs. Resting him at this point in time when he's not totally in rhythm, not totally up to pace, that is a bit baffling. Ravindra Jadeja, on the other hand, yes, he's had a workload at this time, but even resting him for this particular game made no sense. You got only about 8 days to go for India's game versus Bangladesh in Dubai. So resting him and Shami actually made no difference. So that is why it doesn't look good at this stage about why India should rest. And Rohit Sharma did mention in the toss that they would have wanted to bat first anyways. England have batted first in the first two games, and India have managed to chase it down, albeit with slight hiccups during that particular encounter that was there. So the big news is that Varun Chakravarthy, who was included in the Champions Trophy squad, he has not come through because of a calf strain that is there. And Mohammad Shami and Ravindra Jadeja have been rested. But this is the first ODI that you're seeing at the Narendra Modi Stadium ever since that fateful day on November 19th, 2023. Because at that time, November 19th, 2023, you saw India lose in the final of the World Cup. That's the first ODI that was played right here since then. So there is a bit of, you may say, anticipation for what is going to happen in the Champions Trophy. But Varun Chakravarthy, you have to feel that, okay, he just was selected for the Champions Trophy. He was included in the squad on the back of his good performances. But now he suffered a calf strain. And are we getting 2021 vibes all over again? We may not know at this stage. But yes, that is a big blow. So looking at this side that is there, the batting speaks for itself. And when you look at it, all eyes will be on Virat Kohli, because Virat Kohli is the only individual who has not performed in this ODI series in the one game that he played. In the one game that he played, 5. Then in the first ODI, he missed because of a knee injury. Now in Ahmedabad, he will be hoping that, yes, he gets into the groove. One hopes that the pitch isn't similar to what happened in November 19th. It doesn't become slow during the day. It ensures that, okay, it is really looking good for the opposition when they chase. So that is the current situation that we've got. And let me just read out the team updates that is there. So that is the thing. If this calf strain increases, how can India change squads? If it can be changed direct, well, you have to take the ICC's permission then, Sarat Chandra, if that's the case we're looking at. You have to take the ICC's permission to ensure that you make that technical change. The technical committee will approve of the change, and then you can get him in that sense. But see, it is just a calf strain that has put him out of this ODI. Maybe he could be fit for Bangladesh. But anyway, you are not going to play Varun Chakravarthy as in the starting 11 because Kuldeep Yadav was anyway going to start. So that is why this is a very important development that is there. And as far as the other changes are concerned, so I will need the phone for a bit to just look at the team changes here. So That is the way I'm looking at it. Does it give deja vu of 19 November batting first? Nishant Kumar, no, it doesn't. I mean, it's a different situation, different stage. It's not the World Cup, it's just a bilateral series. So let me read everything. What is the team about? India's 11: Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel. We knew that this would be more or less the batting lineup depending upon the situation. Akshar has been a floater. He was promoted in Cuttack and he managed to deliver the goods. Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana. Now, Arshdeep Singh, he will be the key because remember, in the Champions Trophy, you're going to see either of Arshdeep or Harshit Rana start along with Mohammad Shami. So that's why who will be Mohammad Shami's partner? It could be Harshit or it could be Arshdeep. So it's an audition between Arshdeep and Harshit over what is going on. Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Akshar Patel are your three spinners, and your other pacer is a Hardik Pandya. So in that sense, this is a very, you may say, a team that has got plenty of depth. On the other hand, when you look at England, only one change: Ben Duckett, Phil Salt, Joe Root, Harry Brook, Josh Butler. Tom Banton is the only change in place of Jamie Overton. Liam Livingston, Gus Atkinson, Adil Rashid, Mark Wood, Saqib Mahmood. So those are the changes, and BCCI has indeed confirmed that yes, Varun's right calf suffered a strain. So that is why this is the thing. Jadeja and Shami have been rested, although I am not a big fan of them resting, because remember, it's just one ODI and then you got an 8-day gap, and then after that 20th, 23rd, and then you got a match on 2nd. That should be enough for someone, especially for Mohammad Shami, who's coming back after more than a year. So this move kind of is surprising, but if you look at the Indian cricket team as far as rest and rotation is concerned, nothing is surprising at this point in time. And Rohit Sharma, when you look at it, he mentioned that this pitch that will be used today is black soil and located dead center. So it is actually not the wicket maybe that was played in the 2023 World Cup final. This is the different wicket that is there. So Arshdeep is getting a game. You wanted to see him audition in that sense. And you saw that the others are in the fray as well. So I'll take a couple of comments that are going around. And 2021 lives continue. Varun being unfit before the tournament. Sarat Chandra, but then I don't think it's Varun Chakravarthy's fault. See, again, in India, the tradition has continued that yes, we mix formats up. Varun was fantastic in the T20I scheme of things. And once you do well in the T20I scheme of things, maybe you could do well in the ODI setup also. It's after all only white ball. Yes, an elevation from T20 to tests might be a slight problem. But you can't ignore the contributions that Varun Chakravarthy has made at this point. So he is in at this stage. Sarat Chandra, if this calf strain increases, how can India change squad? Sarat Chandra, I told you, ICC technical committee will, the Indian team will have to give to the ICC technical committee the recommendation change. They will approve of the change and then he can be left out of the squad. And that's it. But anyway, Varun Chakravarthy is not a confirmed starter. Daniel M. Matthews saying, Stark is out, but Oz new bowling looks decent. I mean, Spencer Johnson, Nathan Ellis, all of them, they look in good touch along with Aaron Hardy. But let's see how this new Aussie bowling lineup shapes up, because as you know, 3 of Australia's prime fast bowlers, 3 of Australia's all-rounders are not in the Champions Trophy squad. Marcus Stoinis is retired, Mitchell Marsh is injured, Cameron Green is out, Josh Hazelwood, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins are all out. But they have made a decent beginning in Australia versus Sri Lanka ODI that's there. 142 for 8 at the time of doing this toss update, but Sri Lanka was actually struggling with. Charita Salanka was doing well. So let's see how that pans out. Daniel M. Yeah, but they do look okayish, but I don't know in UAE how they will manage, and so do in Pakistan. So let's look at that. And Nishant Kumar, no, it doesn't give me a deja vu of 19 November. The only difference is you're playing an ODI after that date in Narendra Modi Stadium. So that's the only thing there. Nothing else is deja vu. So Pant won't play in CT. King D saying, looking at the current setup, no, I don't think so that he will play. Unless they pull off a left field selection, say, okay, KL Rahul is not giving us that much confidence with the keeping and with the bat, we get in a Rishabh Pant. So simple. KL Rahul, if he's not in form, Rishabh Pant will come. That is the only way that he will be there. Otherwise, the team will persist with KL Rahul. And the other comment, Daniel Matthew, if Bumrah was rested for Sydney Test after series was lost, he maybe wouldn't have been injured. because he was bowling so many overs as compared to other bowlers until he got injured in Sydney. Daniel M, again in hindsight, yes, we all knew that this injury was going to be a ticking time bomb, but it's not as if Sydney had nothing at stake. If India had won in Sydney, they would have gotten the BGT back. But yes, he broke down on the final day of the BGT, and 150 overs does take a toll. I mean, look at it. Pat Cummins is out of the Champions Trophy because of an ankle injury. He managed his workload somehow. So, yes, even he's not playing. So, this is cricket. Nothing comes easy. Sarat Chandra, but it's creating uncertainty, not giving confidence. Why good that KL is back. Hope he plays at 5 today. Yeah, hope he plays at 5 today. But then look, it's too early for confidence. It's too early for uncertainty. It's too early for every other thing. The Champions Trophy is 8 days away. India are playing Bangladesh. India are playing Pakistan on February 23rd. And then you're playing New Zealand on March 2. Now, New Zealand look to be in good touch at this point, having won 2 against Pakistan. But remember, the margins are so fickle in the Champions Trophy. One loss, and potentially it could be finished for you. So that's how fine the margins are in the Champions Trophy. So India will face a tricky contest. Both the groups are tricky. I mean, Australia's group, Australia, South Africa, Afghanistan, England. India's group is India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and New Zealand. So it is a tricky group in more ways than one. So for people who are joining us at this point, yes, England have chosen to bowl in the third ODI, and it is the first ODI that you're playing at the Narendra Modi Stadium after November 19th, 2023. England have made one change. Tom Banton is in for Jamie Overton, and India have made changes to their lineup as well. Mohammad Shami and Ravindra Jadeja have been rested. Varun Chakravarthy, that is the big talking point. He has suffered a calf injury, and that is why he's out. So, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Arshdeep Singh. These are the 3 guys who are there. The rest of the batting is remaining the same. Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer. One hopes KL Rahul can play at 5, but looking at the situation, maybe Akshar Patel might come in, and KL Rahul might bat at 6 also. So, Akshar Patel, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, and then you've got Harshit Rana, Arshdeep Singh, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav. That is the 11. So, not much is at stake. The series is won, but every match is important because of Champions Trophy build-up. So, India will be hoping to win this and get a lot more momentum heading into the Champions Trophy. England may try to experiment a lot more, but they will not ensure that they slip way behind and psychologically they get scarred. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And don't forget, we'll be back even for the mid-innings. But in the post-match, we'll be having our full panel where we'll be dissecting the match. We'll also be looking ahead to the Champions Trophy. So the full panel will be there. Stay tuned to Sports Today and subscribe. Tap that bell icon. Bye-bye.